Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth, and today from Kingstone we have finally the hardcover version with all 101 questions answered. Now they used to have them in single comic book format, and they have them in a 10-volume set to include Hell, which was part of this series. I'm actually missing volume 1. Volume 1 is the one that deals with dinosaurs. I gave that one to a kid and ended up giving the rest of these to my son. I just thought they were pretty amazing. So now let's talk about 101 questions. 101 questions is basically exactly what it says, 101 Bible questions broken down into different categories. So let's take a look. The first category is questions about the Bible. What is the Bible? How do we get the Bible? Now, what that is essentially is this, which I've done a review on. I'll put that in the video description. I'll also put that on the end screen. The Book of God. This is an amazing apologetic work in comic book format. Really super cool. Then it kind of adds some of the commandments, and then it goes on to questions about Christianity. How do we know that God exists? Where was Jesus for the 3 days between the crucifixion and the resurrection? Several questions on that. Then there's some tough questions that they ask. Does God still speak to us today? What happens to those who have never heard about the gospel of Jesus Christ? And then moving on into life questions. Will there be animals and pets in heaven? Is Christian art or entertainment wrong? And then moving into the supernatural, which is really interesting. Also moving into questions about the past. Was Adam and Eve a real person? Where did Cain get his wife? All very interesting stuff. And then lastly, we have questions about our future. And this is where I feel this is the most useful part of this, because it really breaks down the rapture of the church, the millennial reign of Christ. Now, this does have a premillennial reign, but it doesn't really commit to a rapture position. It gives the most information on pre-tribulation and the post-tribulation, and then it gives a little bit on the mid-trib. So we have artists from Marvel and DC, and you can see this artwork is fantastic. Beautiful. So what this did is it took the Book of God that I just showed you, and then it took these 101 questions and kind of merged them in, but the 101 questions weren't completed yet in single volumes. So now they've been added to make this really nice, well done artwork. It is just absolutely stunning. I love it. So as you get to each section, it's going to have this nice introduction to kind of let you know which questions that it's addressing. And of course, this one is questions specifically about Christianity. And as you move through, you get different questions about the afterlife, questions about hell. This right now is under $40. So it's really nice to have the full 101 questions answered. But if you want to test the waters, you can get single volume books for under $5 just to kind of test the waters. So anyhow, you can see all the beautiful artwork. There is just nothing like Kingstone. Kingstone is the absolute most complete and most well done graphic novel of the scriptures, and now a work of apologetics in answering questions. Where did the dinosaurs come from? How they fit all the animals on the ark? All of these questions are answered in this. Life questions. Will animals and pets be in heaven? Just really interesting perspectives on different questions of life that adults ask, but this would be something really neat to give to kids because it's got the engaging artwork that just looks absolutely amazing. This is on par with any DC comic or any Marvel comic or any high-end graphic novel that you are going to see. They spare no expense, they spare no detail. This is just beautifully done in every way. All the way through questions about the angels, questions about the fall of man, again, questions about dinosaurs, questions about the ark. So many amazing, amazing artworks to kind of assist you in learning. Questions about the end time, which there's the beasts that are saw by Daniel in the book of Daniel. Just really neat stuff. So real quickly, I also want to show you a couple other things they have in addition to the 101 questions, and that is the 3-volume set of the Bible. I don't have time to show you this one, so I'm going to put this link in the video description because trust me, it is outstanding. I'll just give you a couple of peeks, and you can just see the next level artwork in this. This is a 3-volume set that is not the complete Bible, but it's pretty complete. It leaves out things like Songs of Solomon and some things that are repeated, and it's kind of put in chronological order. A couple other things, a neat little evangelism tool about sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. On the back, it has the plan of salvation, how to come to know Jesus. These things are not very expensive. I believe they're only a couple of dollars, really sharp. And then In addition to like the single volume graphic novels that have like the staple on the spine, they also have graphic novels that are a little more complete, a little more thorough. This one happens to be The Witnesses, and it's about the martyrdom of many of the Christians, starting with Stephen and ending with Polycarp. There's all sorts of different novels that they have, so many different options that you can utilize, but I highly recommend anything, but I especially recommend these hardbacks. They are well done, Smith sewn, everything you would need for good construction, and they are just beautifully done. Look at that cover, and look at the cover of each of these. I mean, they just don't play around. This stuff is serious, serious business. And then one more thing, the spine, if you get it in the right order, actually shows you a design. I just think that's really cool. So, to Art and the team at Kingstone, well done. They also have a new movie that just came out called No Vacancy. I recommend that you find a way to check that out if you can. These guys are doing amazing work and they need your support. Buy their product. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on this, your Nicholsworth.